City won, Arsenal won. What an amazing game of football. And I don't know if you should say congrats to Arsenal for getting a draw finally from the game, a game that it could have easily lost. But let's quickly dive into the talking points. First of all, I want to say Haaland is such an amazing. Haaland is a phenomenon. He's a phenomenon. In fact, for him to have been compared to the likes of Isak, I'm going to look at data. That was an insult, because Haaland is just a predator. How strong he is, and the amazing thing about this young man is that he is young. This is just a young player. Haaland is still young, and he's not like the Hurricanes that's in their 30s. Amazing player. Seriously, what an amazing player. So let's talk about Guardiola changing his system a bit. Football is very, very amazing. Pep Guardiola actually packed the bus. Wow. This was amazing. Pep Guardiola, the tiki-taka master, the manager who loves to have the ball. This goes as far as telling people like Amorim that are very, very strict with their system. If a manager like Pep Guardiola, who has achieved great success, looks at a match, reads the situation, and thinks that it is best for him to take a certain approach, I wonder why can be so rigid about a system. I've said it previously about Martinelli. I think Martinelli as a sub is actually something amazing, because he embraces this super sub role very, very much, and he delivers on it. And I believe that this was what Mikel Arteta have been driving towards, having players that can come off the bench. So I believe their transfer this season was driving towards achieving this, having lots of quality players that could come off the bench and impact games in such a manner. And I would say kudos, because the substitution worked. They were able to trap Man City down and go in for the game. So kudos to Martinelli. What an amazing player, and it's good that he's finally finding his feet again after having a lot of backlash coming in to the section. So let me use the opportunity to say that if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, please do well to subscribe, do well to follow. And what do you think about the match? Drop a comment section and I will reply immediately. So what do you think about the match? How did the match go? Where was it wrong? Always please feel free to drop a comment and I will reply you immediately. And so coming back to the review of the game, I think Pep Guardiola taking off and making the tactical switch by going backwards was where he lost the game. I'm beginning to think like, why did he do that? Because there's a common pattern in modern day football. And that is that I've come to realize that when teams pack the bus, they end up conceding. This is why managers like Jose Mourinho have started to have things a little bit difficult. I think I don't know if it's because of the quality or if it's because players have this short attention span these days in football. And because whenever a team could pack the bus and they just lose this concentration in a certain minute and boom, it's a goal. It's a pattern I've seen a lot. So whenever teams begin to pack the bus, you could just immediately start noticing that, you know what, it's only a matter of time before a goal will be conceded. And I'm like, what is it? I'm beginning to think maybe modern day footballers are too goal conscious. That's why the players can lose their marker, they don't follow up properly, because players are so attack focused. Or maybe it could be what Jose Mourinho said at the turning point. Jose Mourinho said young players these days, when he was coaching Frank Lampard at 22, Frank Lampard was already a man, but these days a 22-year-old is so childish and the rest. So maybe that is also down to that. And I'm like, maybe Pep Guardiola shouldn't have, but come on, man, he's Pep Guardiola. You can't question what he does. He's an amazing manager who has achieved a lot, so you can't question his decisions. And I want to say this, Donnarumma is an amazing player. What a goalkeeper. I was telling people before the game, I said, Man City is not yet a good team. Take nothing away from that. No, Man City now have there's no difference between the Man City we've come to know for a few months that have not been solid and currently. The only difference is that Man City has gotten a world-class goalkeeper. They have a goalkeeper that can make saves when necessary, a goalkeeper that can command the box, a goalkeeper that can win those balls, a goalkeeper that can control things. Yes, he might not be the typical tiki-taka type of goalkeeper, but he's a goalkeeper that can control the situation around the box. And that alone fixes a lot of things. I still look at clubs like my team, Chelsea. I look at clubs like Manchester United that would have done well with a proper goalkeeper that could control the box. And that's where Man City have gone on to strengthen with Donnarumma. And Donnarumma, what I believe, if not for Donnarumma in this game, had it been some other keeper, maybe the Telford or the Trafford, I could tell you that Arsenal would have had more confidence into this game, had more opportunities to score. I'm telling you the simple truth, because Donnarumma was amazing. And then this is where I have to come in. We have to question Mikel Arteta. You have Eze. Why play 3 defensive midfielders? I don't get it. Yes, we can say Declan Rice is a central midfielder, and you've played Merino as another. Come on, but that was stifling in creativity. If you had played Eze, since Martin Odegaard wasn't available, you had Eze. Why didn't you do that from the start? Because for a club like Arsenal, I believe Arsenal is really, really ambitious and would want to win as many matches, not even despite it, as possible, because they want to catch Liverpool. And for a club like Arsenal, with the kind of ambition the fans and the entire sporting world have on Arsenal, if you could win it, why don't you go for it? And I think Mikel Arteta shot himself in the foot when he didn't start creative players in the middle of the park. So that is it for my match analysis for Man City versus Arsenal. So tell me what you think in the comment section, and please, my name is White the Programmer. Do well to subscribe to this channel, do well to follow this channel, do well to like this channel, drop a comment and share this video. Thank you very much.